Imagine, your warehouse club is filled with shoppers on a busy Saturday morning. And suddenly, the ground begins to shake. The 16-foot high racks on either side of you begin to sway. The noise is overwhelming. You're in the middle of an earthquake. And then, something hits the floor. Will products start falling? Will the racks collapse? Although convenient, high-cube storage racks pose a significant threat to the public during a seismic event. Realizing this threat, FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, adopted new guidelines stating that rack structures must not fail nor allow falling product during a moderate to severe earthquake. To achieve seismic qualification, a rack structure must withstand a design basis earthquake, as outlined in the AC 156 test and qualification criteria. A design basis earthquake represents 100% of qualification, or approximately 25% more intense than the Northridge or Loma Prieta earthquakes, which reach magnitudes of 6.7 and 6.9 on the Richter moment magnitude scale. Today, Ridg-U-Rak, a leading manufacturer of storage rack systems, introduces the most important innovation the industry has seen in the past 30 years. The Ridg-U-Rak patent-pending base isolation storage system.
Safety is definitely the driving design force here. A lot of our customer base is within the retail industry, retail, home warehousing, and so forth. Obviously, you have the general public in direct access to the racking.
Ridg-U-Rak's base isolated storage system has been designed to withstand a full 200% of seismic qualification with little or no merchandise shedding or rack damage. This incredible achievement is made possible through the use of a new base isolation technology conceived by John Pellegrino, PE, President and CEO of Ridg-U-Rak.
You won't even know it's there. That was the intent. And the other thing is that you can mount any rack to it. It's not something that's built into the system, it's something that's by itself, and you can move it around, you can reuse it if your rack gets damaged.
Something that we can offer the customer that to our knowledge no one else in the industry can. Something that will add value to their rack purchase.
There's more and more concern with performance of rack in earthquakes, and recently the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, has funded a task force on which I was a member of to examine what would be, or to develop best practice or guidance in terms of designing and manufacturing and installing racks in high seismic zones.
During 5 weeks of exhaustive testing at the Structural Engineering Earthquake Simulation Laboratory, located at the State University of New York at Buffalo, Ridg-U-Rak conducted more than 100 earthquake simulations with varying loads, product configurations, and base arrangements. This world-class laboratory is home to some of the most sophisticated seismic equipment available for structural testing. These tests were conducted on one of two 23 by 23 foot shake tables to best replicate real-world earthquakes.
And we're standing in front of one of two tables in this laboratory. These are among the most powerful shaking tables in the world, and this is the first triaxial merchandise test ever performed. So it's really a very groundbreaking effort, nothing any remotely near it. We're setting all kinds of records here.
Oh, this is a first-class facility and first-class people, and they do a good job, and they're getting very good results.
We're planning to also test some fixed base structures with actual product in the rack, so we have a direct comparison between fixed base and base isolated racks to see a direct advantage to the levels that the base isolated rack can go versus the fixed base racks.
As the earthquake simulations intensified, the fixed base rack systems became extremely dangerous. At 200%, shown here, the fixed base rack nearly shed its entire load. shown in comparison with the fixed base structure using the identical rack, loads, and earthquake simulation. The base isolated system performed flawlessly, holding all product in position.
Now, from previous studies I'd done, shake table studies, we had a rough idea of how much acceleration, how much motion we could tolerate without the material falling off of the rack. And so our intent was we designed the racks in this whole system to test, and we designed the isolators around those parameters, which they're satisfying very well right now. They're doing exactly as we designed them to do.
With the isolators, we've seen the performance expected according to the FEMA guideline, which means no damage to the rack, no fallout of merchandise.
The Ridg-U-Rak base isolation system does not obstruct daily operations in any way. It does not impede stocking or restocking racks, and can be moved during store reconfiguring. This system is a one-time investment that requires no additional daily operating expense. Whether your concerns are for product loss, operating efficiencies, or reduced risk, during a major earthquake, no other storage rack can offer the proven performance of Ridg-U-Rak's base isolation system. Reduce your risk. Install base isolated rack, only from Ridg-U-Rak.